We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Jordan Lucas there on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Now Rodgers. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Foles into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Mason Crosby for the extra
We
point.
constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Darnell Savage on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Foles. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
13.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And this defense... looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Is good.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Foles. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Foles on target to Robinson for the Chicago first.
38-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
Eddie Pinheiro.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Bears 7.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Big stuff, let's go. Just stand 300.
This is Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
To Aaron Jones.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
48-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Pass, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers.
Green Bay.
Aaron Jones with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Packers 21, Bears 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Bulls on the handoff. Here's Cohen. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Roquan Smith in on.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
Down, Green Bay.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A gain of only
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They'll run it with Jones. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start the third quarter with a run by Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now the rookie's second-round pick, it's A.J. Dillon with it. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Adams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. That catch good for only a couple.
Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Again, it's Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. Give him 52 yards on the ground. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the 1st play of the drive. Give him 14.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the 1st time in his career.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's receiver. 42. Mike 42, check.
From the 17, Foles gonna let one fly for it. Got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 83 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
Complete to Joe.
That one goes for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. And a Packer 1st down.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. The Packers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and 9. From the gun, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a big 32-yard play on third. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now Jones. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. That's out to the left and complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Devin Funchess. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Packers 31, Bears 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll start things on first with Tarik Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Foles. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Switch up.
Here's Foles. Gets this to his running back, Tarik Cohen. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Now Foles. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Packers 31, Bears 28. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It's a gain.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Rodgers.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Second and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Aaron Jones.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st down.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. Jones.
Aaron Jones on
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
38-yard.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
15.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On first down, Williams. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The ball carrier.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
14-yard line.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Check 15, check 15.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
The tackle made.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Packers, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bears, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.